Hey, let's get into this. So, stream's gonna be a little bit different for this one than usual. Because this is a here. Get there we go. Then Garf there. So, why we are here instead of directly in the game. I do have Genshin open, and we will be doing it afterwards. But essentially, a long time ago, they had a event where to do the event, you had to start this series of quests, right? So I believe I had to go through this part 1 during that to get to be able to do the event, and it's like, okay, now I'm going to do the event. So I did that off stream. So what we're doing here is going to go through this first part, and then we will get into everything else in game. So again, it's one of those things where I think I just didn't have time to stream the full world quest. So I was like, well, kinda just have to start it, do it, and get it done. But anyway, credit of course over here to the Frost Pet for the video, and we'll just be checking out here. Like I said, I'll just provide voice acting for the low dialogue choices, but otherwise we'll let them do it. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Should be, as you can see here, a bit over 2 hours stream today. Oh yeah, music might get a little messy. Here, let me actually quickly mixer Genshin just for the moment. Okay. Oh, this is part that wasn't voice acted. Yeah, because it's because it's a world quest. So I guess I'll be doing the voice act anyway. Okay. Works for me. Right, okay. Hello there, traveler. How have your recent travels gone? They've gone quite well, thank you. It's been a little tiring. No, just select the option I think I would select. So let's go with they've gone quite well. Oh. Going to go on but quickly through some of these. Okay. So I was trying to double back a little bit. Oh boy, yep. I'm gonna have to be quick on the draw for some of this stuff. Oh man. I've heard about your previous adventures. It seems that you've become very experienced. As long as you keep going, like, yeah, you are. Sorry, whoever's playing Zephyros, but you are not reading this. As long as you keep going, I believe that it will only be a matter of time before you become a truly great adventurer. Speaking of adventurers, we found this on one of ours. This was left by some irresponsible adventurer. We thought it'd be bad if the commission he took never got resolved, so we brought it back here. So that was, yeah, happening at the very beginning. It's like, oh, popping up. It's okay. Mysterious drone. This one has a cryo marking on it. Indeed. This item is key to a particular commission. Thank you very much. The commission linked to this drum is a very important one from the academia. It is also critical to the expansion of our operations. Unfortunately, though we have previously given this commission to various talented adventurers, they have all invariably failed. A commission from the academia. Oh boy, here comes trouble. I would probably select top. Yeah. Well, this is an issue that even the academia cannot solve, so we did expect a relatively high failure rate. Actually, Paimon's... Again, no way you're reading that shit, dude. You get like, what, 4 frames to read it? Actually, Paimon's getting kinda curious now. What sort of commission is this anyway? Simply put, a recent star observation by researchers from the academia led to the discovery that the northern skies have become blocked by a strange, heretofore unseen phenomenon. Concerned that this would have a great impact on the accuracy of any astrological calculations. Honestly, with with this being like this, constantly having to pause. Genshin, you are back. you get to hear music at least, along with my voice. There we go. The academia immediately put people together to investigate. This resulted in them delving into ancient records, within which they found mention a strange phenomenon known as the sign of Apaosha. Apaosha, which bears strong similarities to the recent occurrence. Also, with having the voice act and with how quickly this channel is going through it, probably 3-hour stream. Probably 3 hours, not a little over 2. That's fine though. That's whether my calculations. According to these records, this celestial sign appeared after the disaster that engulfed most of Tevat 500 years ago. Although the circumstances of its eventual disappearance are unclear, its position has been determined to be near the Timir Mountains at the northernmost regions of the desert. However, that area has only ever been sparsely populated. Even when the ancient desert realms were at their peak, it did not extend that far. And after the cataclysm 500 years ago, that place was one of the areas worst affected by the encroaching abyss, due to it being connected to an ancient underground realm. Since then, it has been declared a restricted zone by the academia. The only people who still live there are mysterious Darshan, known by the academia as the Nagar-Junites. Ah, a mysterious Darshan, you say? The Nagar-Junites. If even you're calling it mysterious, Catherine, it's gotta be something super mysterious. Gotta be something super mysterious. Though they seem like legends to the average person, they were once a Darshan of the academia, albeit one that split off 500 years ago. Then, the researchers who wished to fight the monsters from the abyss banded together and traveled to the depths of the desert, and the Nagar-Junites. Yeah, Nagar-Junites. Just have to get used to that new word. Are an organization compromised of the people who stayed there in the end. That said, it has been many years since they have branched off further and further from the academia. They even seem to have developed their own academic traditions. It seems that they also worship a form of energy known as Khvarena. This energy communicates with them in the form of spirits. Well, I feel that I'm going off topic now. The academia believes that this faction is strongly related to this celestial sign. However, they have not been able to establish contact with this group, and as such have commissioned the guild to assist in their investigations. This is a win-win situation for us as well. Ruins related to Khaenri'ah are located nearby, but exploration in that area has been declared taboo by the academia until now. If this commission is a success, perhaps we will be able to participate in future expeditions to those ruins. Since you have heard me say this much, Why don't you take this commission on? You're just finding someone to step up to the plate, huh? Yes, this is our business now, huh? Well, since Kandria is involved. Probably middle option. Hardly. It is following careful analysis that I have found you best suited to this task. After all, your pioneering spirit is something rare even amongst adventurers. So after all that, it sounds like we just need to look for those whateverites, right? Sounds like it will be pretty easy. And we'll get some more from the academia too. Yes, that drum you picked up was originally given to us by the academia to be used as a token of good faith in our dealings with the Nagar Junites. Just give it to the organization's leader. It stands to reason that they will have some way to solve this problem. I'll leave this task in your hands then. I've marked the rough position of the Temir Mountains for you. Ad Astra Abyssosque, traveler. May you inscribe a new legend in the desert sands. Okay. Get started. Yeah, I'll times 2 for some of this stuff. Given that we are taking the time to read everything off.
That must be the sign of Apoosha. That must be the sign of Apoosha, huh?
Yeah, that area is very cool.
A huge hole with lots of horrid stuff oozing out of it. Oh, things don't look so good.
Yeah, no, that's a very cool area, so I can't wait to dive more into that.
Well, we're finally at the place Catherine mentioned. The desert here looks pretty different from what we've seen before. There are strange crystals all over the place.
There's also the the farmable, like, area materials, right? Area mats over here, which I don't think a single character has used so far. I'd have to check if a character finally uses them, but for a long, long time, there's been no characters that use the, like, crystals you can gather here.
Let's see if we can find any campsites nearby. Oh, looks like there's someone over there. Let's go ask them.
Sorry. Yep. Gotta grab that waypoint. I did also throw together a Sumeru team for this quest, so you'll see them once we're in. Who are you? You guys don't look like tribespeople. You guys don't look like tribespeople of the desert, more like adventurers from a faraway land. But no matter who you are, this is as far as you will get. Please go back. We've been commissioned to come here. We are here to resolve the issue regarding the sign of Apoosha. Probably the bottom one. I mean, either's a good option, though. Do you want to be vague or direct? Commission? What commission? As far as I know, the Academia of the Rainforest has declared this area a restricted zone. Why would there be commissions?
I'm
sorry.
We were commissioned to investigate something up in the sky. It looks like bad news. The sign of... what was it again?
The sign of Apoosha?
Yep. That's the one.
Wait, how'd you come? Don't clip that. Wait, how'd you come to know its name?
Catherine of the Adventures Guild told us. Hang on a minute. Didn't you mention the correct name just now?
Since you know of the sign of Apoosha, you must have heard of us Shamania, right? Order of Skeptics. The desert past this point is a restricted zone under our guard. As a ranger of the Order of Skeptics, I cannot let you pass, no matter what reason you may have. The Order of Skeptics. Ranger? Puro, cool. My apologies, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Puro, a member of the Order of Skeptics in charge of guarding this place.
Order of Skeptics? Paimon remembers that Catherine told us to look for the Nargar sites or something. Looks like Puro isn't the one we're here looking for.
Nargar Huh. That's just a derogatory name that those guys from the rainforest have for us. Lord Nargarjuna is a hero who fought against the Dev alongside the Divine Bird's heirs. He gained divine power through the rite of Chinvat and put an end to the calamity. Monster. How dare they call such a great hero? And our first Vijna? Okay. And our first Vijnanapati. And our first Vijnanapati by his given name. Wait, why am I telling you outsiders this? Are you two spies from the academia? We're here to take care of a problem. We're here because we accepted commission from the academia. Aha! So you are the academia's henchmen. Sorry. Very, very true rappy, this this video's creator. Frost. We've tried our best to keep a low profile, but still, you've managed to find our trail. Still, I believe the academia was full of cowards who would never dare to step foot into the desert. I won't lie to you, you've impressed me. Sorry.
Paimon didn't expect you to have such a strong opinion about the academia.
Of course! Lord Narsoria has said that we wouldn't have been reduced to this state if it weren't for them. Right, the first. Or a different Vijna Napati. Wait, so you are here to gather intelligence after all? I've revealed more than I should. Anyway, please leave. This conversation continues. As unwilling as I might be to do so, I would have to end you.
What? You're the one who What? You're the one couldn't really resist blabbing. Why are you putting the blame onto us? Also, there's no need to be rash. Alright. Very nice.
Alright.
Alright, traveler. Show Piro the token that Catherine gave us. He'll know what's going on once he sees it.
Token? This had better not be some trick.
Ta-da! Look, told you we weren't lying.
Yep. Cryo drum. What is this shabby drum? You call this a token?
Did Catherine mix things up?
You guys don't think you can bribe me with such a small thing, do you? Leave now, or things will get nasty. Don't you underestimate us skeptics. Spare us. Bring it on. It's too late. It's too late to beg for mercy. And then a little bit of combat.
Are we seriously going to fight?
Yeah, that's about how long it took as well.
Cease, I say.
Lady Sorush, yeah! It's been a while. Our first intro to her. Why did you didn't have to attend to such trivial matters personally, let alone in front of these outsiders.
We parry appear before whoever we wish. Our volition is not for you mere mortals to question. How dare you overstep your bounds? This little thing is Paimon's size, and the way she talks is kind of funny. Why is Puro calling lady in that reverent tone? Your sins will be judged, but the time for that has yet to come. The two of you over there, as envoys of the Academia, it is only polite to state your names first. No? Yeah, we should have introduced ourselves first, but that high and mighty attitude of yours is... My words and actions are not contrary to traditions and principles of the party. The same cannot be said for your nameless persons. Humph. Fine. We're not nameless. Paimon is Paimon, and he's Traveler. We're adventurers who came here on a commission.
I'm the one who is an adventurer. We are here to look for the Order of Skeptics. I probably would have selected the bottom one. We're looking for the Order of Skeptics.
Hey, we adventure together all the time. I need only know your names. Your other trivialities do not concern me. However, as for that drum, that item has a profound connection with us Pari, and is not something that you mortals should possess. Traveler, I command you to present it to me immediately. No way. At least sound nicer about it when you're asking someone for a favor. Besides, this item is important to our commission. We're here to hand it to the leader of this order of yours. If we give it to you and fail to complete the commission because of that, not only might we lose our reward, we might even have to pay more to the Adventurers Guild. That's a huge loss. Reward? Mora, to think that you would risk your lives in a place fraught with peril for such frivolous reasons. You know nothing of what transpires here. One mistake would send your race tumbling into an eternal samsara, and yet you commit deeds that are beyond even our comprehension. You humans are such interesting beings. No matter, I shall bring you to the leader you speak of. This item would remain worthy tribute, even if you should only present it to me after that meeting. That's more like it. Wait, that's still not right. We still have to deal with that huge hole in the sky, and if we don't...
Sorry, gotta get more water again. Oh boy. I'll probably have to take a break in like half an hour just to collect, just to fill my water again. Also, get the cat off my lap.
Huge hole? Huge hole. You refer to the sign of Apaosha, then. And you wish to quell this calamity with mere mortal coils? Ha! How presumptuous! It is the duty of us Pari to eradicate the sign of Apaosha, an endeavor that I, Sorush, shall give my all to accomplish. To quell this calamity, I must follow in the footsteps of the divine bird, Simurg, and sacrifice everything that one might call Sorush. To stand in my way is not a sin that one such as you may bear.
Simurg. Ah, Simurg.
Foolish beings, have you not heard of the divine bird Simurg? She is the master of Khvarena, who once saved the land from destruction. Legend has it that it was she who split into infinite motes of Khvarena after her sacrifice, thus quelling the catastrophe. I'm sure, but Paimon doesn't think that we'll need you to sacrifice yourself. In any case, this matter is far beyond your capabilities, and your intervention is futile. All you must do is bear silent witness as I transcend. You shall receive remuneration from this guild of yours, so long as the calamity is quelled, will you not? Still, do not forget to extol my virtues and laud my accomplishments. After all, even the greatest heroes shall require mere mortals like you to sing of their deeds.
But Lady Sorush, the Vijnanapadi has instructed us to forbid suspicious individuals from interfering before the ritual is completed.
I have decided, and as a Pari, my word is law. All right, follow me. I shall take you to the leader you spoke of. But gird yourselves all the same. That which lies ahead is not a place that human beings can easily set foot in. If you get lost or end up being eaten by some monster appearing out of nowhere, there shall be nothing I can do for you. She really talks a big game, huh? She's so annoying. She's not even all that large, but she talks like she's all that.
I'm sure there's extra dialogue if like you chat with a Puro, right? But don't know if that's going to happen here. But again, that's on me for being short-sighted all those years ago. Yeah, we'll 2 times through this, see if there's any dialogue as we go.
The path ahead has been opened. You merely need to follow the floating far leaves down.
Yeah, introducing mechanics.
We Pari may be regarded as being one in mind and body with the land. Were it not for my presence, you would find moving ahead most treacherous. Oomph, words of gratitude are not required. Come on, down now. To think that this place too has been occupied by the Dev. These monsters move ever more often of late.
Right, so dev is their word for like hilly churls.
It seems that the sign of Apawosha must be extinguished. My mission is indeed one most heavy.
Yeah, some good old Ayaka gameplay.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Dev? Aren't these just abyss mages and hilly churls?
Oh, sorry. I forgot how quickly.
To think you would so easily defeat the rampaging Dev. Your strength is most radiant indeed. Consider me impressed. Though there is still quite the gap between you and us, Pari. The sight of you fighting valiantly reminds me of those humans of legend who once fought alongside us. I have decided then, you shall have the honor of being my Yasnapati. Yasnapati. Yasnapati? Paimon doesn't know what that is, but coming from you, it can't be anything good, really. You not have such things amongst humans, strategists, scribes, and the like, those who exist to praise the heroes whose stories they exist in. Neither of those jobs are what you just described. No matter how great the hero, their great deeds must be recorded and sung of by others. If not, the same fate that befell ancient heroes shall befall them also. Though they may have loved violence and conflict, great deeds are still great deeds. They deserve to be remembered. Alas, those who loved conflict would be consumed by it, and once they had slain each other, they were all lost. And because there were no authors or poets to tell of their deeds, once all who had lived in such times were gone, their works forgotten to the last, I will not be like them. My great work shall shine so gloriously that the world itself will suffer great loss to not know of it. Thus, I shall now give you permission to record those deeds.
Dang, we've already been 30 minutes. Because it shows how much dialogue there is.
Rejoice and give thanks, for is this not a grace that few receive from us, Pari? This all sounds very complicated, but basically, you just need someone to tell you how awesome you are, right?
Not interested. Thanks. Sounds like an alright gig. Can't you find a skeptic to help you out there? Bottom or top, either one I would be fine with.
That's right. There's nothing worth bragging about with you. You just look kinda cute. That's all.
Your refusal is futile. Orders given by the party are absolute. And what do you mean, cute? I am valiant, heroic. Whatever the case, it has been decided. Fret not. You shall be free to do as you please once I have sacrificed myself to restore the pure skies. Till then, you shall witness my valiant form.
Well, sure, even if Paimon can't see it. She looks pretty cute. She looks pretty cute, but her attitude's just the worst. And the way she goes on about us, we and such, there aren't others like her around, right? Just thinking about it makes Paimon a little ill.
Yeah, the first, obstacle of the crystals. Yeah, I'm remembering some of this. The path here is now dotted with great crystals. When I last left it, it was not yet so.
Great crystals? You mean the crystals we're seeing everywhere? Paimon's had her eye on them for a while now. What are they?
Great crystals are remnants of the Blackfire's embers, proof that this land has suffered great calamity. The Blackfire, the calamity. Indeed, I am sure you have heard that a great catastrophe struck long ago, where dark fire rose from beneath the earth and scorched the land. Well, yeah, Condria. The dark fire opened a bottomless hollow in this land, and the demons of Dev that crawled through that gap nearly turned this into a lightless realm. Though the gap was blocked by the great tree, the dark fire's filth spread like seeds, and the countless dark and painful memories released by that corruption began to lay down roots and sprout. This persisted till the honored lord of Khvarena, the divine bird Simurgh, drank the primordial water left behind by our god before transforming herself into Khvarena of all kinds and scattering across the land. From that day on, the Khvarena has taken the divine bird's place in defending this land, and those painful memories that leaked out have been sealed by Khvarena. What is left are those ubiquitous gray crystals. Though they seem no different from any other stone, they may contain objects that are yet to be purified. The gray crystals in the area have increased of late. I suspect that this must have something to do with the sign of Apawosha's dark power. If we use Khvarena's might, we can get rid of these crystals. If my senses do not deceive me, a wandering Khvarena should be nearby. Let us look around. Oh man, you're drying my throat out already. Yep. Covering it, clear them out. Power retreats, crystals will re-emerge. Had to go into that. Yep, break that. There you go.
The crystal melted.
Well then, I did not misspeak, did I? This Khvarena words the great earth. Oh, the one thing we are missing is the quest descriptions, which I'll check obviously once we're in game for everything.
The cultivation grounds of the Order of Skeptics lies just up ahead. Come, Yasnapati, keep up with me.
Sorry. Also, really sad. Oh man, yeah, waiting for stamina. Lady Sorush, Khvarena's envoy, you have returned. Though it has taken much work on my part, the analysis of documents regarding the rite of Chinvad will soon be complete. According to my research, we need only collect the great songs of Khvarena next, and your great work may then be completed. Wait a moment, you two are...
Do not fret, they are Traveler and Paimon, my newly chosen Yasnapati, and her companion. They're here to witness my great work. Hey now, Paimon hasn't agreed to that yet.
A Yasnapati, you say? Jeez, I am sorry, chat. A Yasnapati, you say? Though I will not question your most astute judgment, I fear that allowing ignorant outsiders into this land before the rite of Chinvad is complete may have untoward effects. Know that the people of the Academia surely do not desire the rite's completion.
Speak no further. I have my reasons for doing this. Well then, take that drum from before out, Traveler and Paimon.
You bring the drum out as agreed. A Corybantes.
A Corybantes, you say?
Yes, this is an important catalyst for the ritual needed to forge a connection between ourselves and the party. Need to forge a lapa form a lapa between ourselves and the party. I've searched for many years for this, and to think it now comes to me. This is indeed a good omen for my future plans. It would be good if the fates will also be with me when I lead the Order of Skeptics to throw down the Academia and burn their House of Dana, or whatever they call it, to the ground.
Wow, what a way to casually paint yourself as the villain.
Right. Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. Villain? Ha! The Academia are the true villains here. Have no doubt of that. I forgot my introductions. I am Nazjuna, the Vijnanapati of the Order of Skeptics. We who cultivate ourselves here. If you would use the terminology of the Academia, I would be the equivalent of a sage. Sorry, another drink of water. But I doubt those pampered folk would care much for what we at the margins call ourselves. You do not look much like those the Academia might send. We're just passing adventurers. We did take a commission from them, sure. Oh. Sorry, my fucking crack in my neck. Fair enough. Though in truth it would not matter even if you were to be from that ratted place. Even if the entire core of 30 were to be sent here, my plans could not be halted.
Well, whatever your plans are, we didn't come here to stop them, that's for sure.
So they would all say. Those treacherous louts from the Academia, and when my guard is down, you would stab me in the back. Just like those people in the funny masks who try to skulk about and steal our academic tomes. even dare to attack our honored envoy of Khvarena, Lady Sorush.
Humph, and they met defeat at my hands, each one of them.
Talking about the Hilly Charles, or? Very impressive, Sorush. I'm guessing those were the Fatui? Well, right, because Dev are the monsters, which are Hilly Churls. So yeah, for Tui up to no good again.
Of course, my Yasnapati, it is right that you should sing my praises.
Do not look upon us as miserable few. Do not look upon us as some miserable few who inhabit the Tamir Mountains. We once had such numbers that all the desert north of Mount Damavand would struggle to hold us. It's only because of our harsh environment and the slander and ostracism by the academia that we have been reduced to this. If it was not for such sage souls as myself holding things together in the protection of Khvarena, we skeptics would have been reduced to nothing long ago. Sounds like quite the disagreement, yes?
Catherine said that you have your differences, but it sure looks to Paimon like you skeptics really hate the academia.
Say not hate, but rather that we simply cannot coexist. When I was young, I did go there to learn in an attempt to mend our differences, but they treated me like an outsider. Though they feign politeness by calling us a branch of the academia, this is not but a means to belittle us. It is said that our predecessors had a clash of ideals with them, and so chose to go into the desert to stand against the darkness themselves. From that day on, we have been holding firm in the war against defilement, defending our land, and what have those useless louses been doing in the meantime? Compared to those pampered pedants, we who combine thought, word, and deed far better deserve honor for our wisdom.
Paimon doesn't quite get it.
You need only understand that conflict is the true nature of this world. Khvarena and impurity, Dari and the true way. It is these struggles for supremacy that have kept this world alive, just as surely as the sky does. Those sophists and their fancy darshans believe that the fates of all are inscribed in the skies, and that this is the supreme wisdom and truth. Sophist or sophist. But look, the skies reflect defilement itself. Surely their truth then is an imperfect thing. And we know that to be true. The sky is a lie. The sky is a lie. Perhaps nothing is truly perfect. This logic seems a tad messy. Ah, think you thus? Then we might yet be friends. If time permits, we may discuss this issue in more detail. I mean, yeah, nothing's perfect.
Surya, this is not the time to talk about such things. Have you not seen how the great crystals hem us in ever more tightly? If we do not extinguish the sign of Apoosha soon, things shall grow most perilous indeed.
Well, speaking of the sign...
Right, that's right. We were tasked to fix this whole thing, but after all this talking, we still don't know what it's supposed to be.
True. Ha! Well, our plans also involve extinguishing that celestial mark. As for what it is, if it must be described as anything, let us call it the water's surface.
The water's surface? Your explanation's just making things more confusing.
The water's reflection, while an illusion, nonetheless hides the truth within itself. So it is with the skies. It is like a mirage, if you have seen those before. Yep.
That big hole up there is way spookier than any mirage.
Well, it should be. Where that celestial sign reflects an otherworldly hellscape. The Abyss. Long, long ago, Dari once built a facility here that connected them to realms beyond. Conria. Okay, so Dari said something about Dari versus others earlier. Conria built a facility. Realms beyond. It's well, maybe connection to the Abyss, right? But maybe also to other worlds. Have to see. We'll have to see when Conria comes around, which, considering how close Shedai is, it's crazy. During the Great Disaster, which they say the Dari started, monsters swarmed from that very facility into the nations of the world. The monsters... So yeah, I'm guessing it was a portal to the Abyss. The monsters tore open a great rift that came to be called the Tunigi Hollow, and though they were sealed away with the new vein of that ancient tree, this mysterious sign appeared along with that. They say that our very first Vijnanapati extinguished that strange sign together with the Pari, but as the power of impurity has strengthened over time, this ancient symbol has appeared once more. And should we leave it be, who knows, that hollow may truly re-emerge one day, and that ancient war will be reenacted. In truth, it might be interesting to live in such exciting times.
What? No, that wouldn't be interesting at all.
It matters not. Simurg drink the Amrita left behind by our god, transmuting herself into limitless Khvarena. As the heirs to the divine bird, solving this problem is a mission that we Pari have. I, Sarush, will surely leave behind a work great enough to be her equal. Of course, Khvarena's envoy, and we of the Order of Skeptics shall surely help you see your duty through.
What's with all this talk about sacrifice? Is that really necessary to solve this problem?
Well, in truth, I do not know. All documents regarding the signs of Apoosha have long been lost. The traditions and rites surrounding it have also ceased to be passed down. If it had not been for me constantly looking up what documents were left, there might not have been any more left to know that the rite of Chinvat existed at all. According to my research, the Pari are the descendants of Simurg, and should therefore also have the power to transform into Khvarena to purify the land. And I'm trying to remember, is it Simurg or Shimurg? I'm just going to keep saying Simurg for the moment. And would you not say that a grand sacrifice to save the world on the part of the divine bird's heirs very much suits our order's style?
What? That's so haphazard. This sacrifice you're talking about doesn't sound like a small thing either. Why aren't we thinking of other ways to solve this issue? I'm unsure. There's gotta be some alternative, right? Traveler, it's always been this way, hasn't it?
Yup, I am very good at my job, after all. I already said that you need not interfere. Simply witnessing my sacrifice shall suffice. It is something worth celebrating that we Pari should sacrifice our lives to purify the earth.
Well, you say that, but...
I would ask that you keep a respectful distance from that which you do not comprehend, outsiders. But since this is the case, well, I was planning to investigate the Tunugi Hollow to make preparations for the rite of Chinvat anyway. Why don't you come along? I trust that you also wish to see the scars left behind by a fissure that once led beyond our world's bounds. Also, this is making me think, instead of a 2 to 3 hour stream, probably 3 to 4 hours. Which again, is fine. When you see it, I believe you shall understand.
Well, Paimon is kinda curious. Well,
Okay.
a sound plan. In that case, I shall lead the way. After all, you would find it impossible to freely traverse this land where Khvarena battles against impurity. My Yasnapati, follow me to the end. Watch me complete my mission.
Again, Party are very mysterious creatures, and as the bloom guard of her race, Sorush can replace your characters to fly and move. Yeah, you need this for the event, but you need to get far enough in to actually activate the event. As in flight, your character will stay in place to await her return. While in flight, Sorush can ascend or descend and use accelerate skill to increase her flight speed. Sorush cannot be too far from your character though. A bloom guard should never abandon others after all. Sorush can call upon the special energies within items around, which mysterious mayflies dance. Press Sorush's interact skill to allow her to use her power to guide the might of Impact-Khvarena. Sorry, still need to get used to some of these words. Hold her interact skill to cause her to stop and continuously channel Khvarena's might. During this time, you can control your character freely. As a Pari, Sorush can also perceive some things beyond normal human sight. And we need to go back again.
In that case, let me take you to the place where my fated sacrifice shall take place.
Sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
My Yasnapati in this. I shall simply call you Pale Floater. You are, after all, as foolish as a specter.
Don't talk to me about spectre farming.
Objection. Objection. Paimon's not going to take that coming from someone who's more like an annoying specter than she is.
Yep, take a view. Oh, looks so cool. It's such a cool area.
Is that deep pit the Tanuki Hollow you were talking about earlier? There's super huge crystals all over the place, even bigger than the ones we saw before. They look scarier too. These were once huge trees used to seal and subdue the creatures of the dark depths. The power of defilement has corrupted them, warping them into such forms as you see now. Since the monsters have been sealed, it sure doesn't look like anyone needs to sacrifice themselves again.
That is why we must use the power of Khvarena to reopen the way. Sorry. Slightly irritated by all the skipping through.
Hey, wouldn't that just release the monsters again? They took so much effort to seal too.
No. I mean, then we must open the path to the sign of Apoosha. The way to the rift in the earth was sealed long ago. It can never lead to the true darkness again. But that is exactly why that sealed rift does indeed connect to the illusion of the abyss. We need only use the great songs of Khvarena to stabilize the seal before initiating the rite of Chinvat to pass through the darkness and reach the sign. The great songs of Khvarena, the rite of Chinvat. They are the mightiest manifestations of the Khvarena sacrifice. Khvarena scattered throughout the world. We can use the great songs to initiate the rite of Chinvat. After that, we can open up a path to the darkness, just as the legend holds that the first Vijnanapati, Nagarjuna, and the Pari did.
That's all well and good, but what will we do once we reach the side that the sign is on?
There we go. Sorry. I have to be so careful with this video. I do not know what happens after that. I have encountered legends that our first Vijnanapati, Nagarjuna, was lifted up to the heavens, where he used divine power to extinguish the sign, but that I feel is mere myth. I believe that Khvarena's envoys will have some way. Since they can purify the defiling impurities, they must also have some way to extinguish the sign. Did Sorush not also say that she wishes to imitate the sacrifice of Simirg? The world is built upon conflict and sacrifice, after all.
Well, that's what Sorush says, sure, but that's way too irresponsible of you.
Oh, don't fret. Before the necessity of any sacrifice can be ascertained, we must still bring the great songs of Khvarena together. At the moment, we have yet to take even the first step forward.
Uh-huh, says the guy who's just been talking this whole time.
Well, basically, only the Pari who has been chosen as a Bloom Guard can touch the great songs. But our current envoy, Lady Sorush, has yet to obtain that right.
Is that so? For all that bluster, you really aren't all that, huh, Sorush?
You dare speak to me like that, pale floater?
Well, Paimon isn't a pale floater.
Only by obtaining the Twin Horn Chaplet may she become the Bloom Guard, yet being able to gather the knowledge of Khvarena. As such, she must first be acknowledged by Lady Zervan, the first Pari. She is a mighty Pari, who once fought alongside our ancestors. It is even said that she was the very Pari who fought alongside the ancient heroes to subdue the embers of the abyss.
But that elder of ours is utterly unreasonable. She refuses to acknowledge my dearest desire. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that. Still, even without the Twin Horn Chaplet, my sacrifice will suffice to accomplish the deed.
Of course, I do not intend to doubt your desire to sacrifice yourself this way, but if you are unable to perform the rite, pass through the Dark Hollow, your wish will not be fulfilled nonetheless. However, I do have a suggestion. Lady Sorush called you her Yasnapati, did she not? Why don't you go with her to the Varukasha oasis? That is where Lady Zervan may be found. Perhaps Lady Zervan may yet change her mind should she see what we humans view Lady Sorush as the predestined envoy. And why aren't you going? Well, I am her Yasnapati after all. Well, we've got a commission to complete. One or two. I would select one of those. Well, as for me, she would certainly look down on a bookish man like me, considering her many years of experience. If she looked upon me, I doubt she would ever change her mind. This is the only method we have at present to change our current situation, so please, do go with Lady Sorush to the sacred place protected by the Khvarena.
Aren't you a sneaky one? Looks like you're the only person coincidentally out of a job.
Of course not. There's much I must do. For example, the preparations for the rite of Chunvat still must be done. Must also consult the words of the ancient scribes once more to ascertain the locations of the great songs. As for the Kori drum you brought, I believe I may now form a connection with the Pari who sleep at present once more. Their awakening is necessary for the rite of Chunvat to occur. Regardless, I leave the matter of the twin-horned chaplet to you too. Once everything is complete, let us meet at the campsite upon the Temir Mountains.
Oh well, so we have to look for that party elder, right? Well, let's hope she isn't as nasty as Sorush is.
I'd be able to talk to a few of these guys. Check locations on the map, yeah. Okay, looks like this is going to be all traversal. Oh. To here.
Wow, the crystal here looks like... Would this be one of those Weenut that we've seen before? How did it get trapped here?
Yeah, big old crystallized one. Uh-huh. And even hints back then at Nikita's story quest, right?
So you call these children of an ancient dragon the Weenut? Still, it does not have a sinful form. Perhaps it was merely unlucky to have been caught in the crossfire and sealed here.
Right, does not have an abyssal form. What should...
Well, maybe it's a good thing it's been sealed here. If not, it might just pop out of the ground and swallow us all in one go.
I'll protect you, Paimon. I don't think you'd be very good to eat, Paimon. I would go without protect you.
Hehe. Hehe. Hehe.
Blah blah. Do not have a great Paimon laugh.
Hehe. Paimon knows that. You two certainly look like you get along well. Of course, we're the best of buddies. But is it not also said that even constant companions would fail to notice if the other was spirited away by a sprite? These stories are quite common too, yes? What are you talking about? Traveler would never do that. Ah, I merely jest. If you are bosom buddies, surely some idle jokes will not move you. We shall soon reach the Vorokasha oasis. Come, let's us hurry.
Yeah, we'll just double it for us. Yeah, it was definitely a memorable area. Amen. So many areas in Genshin are just beautiful, chat.
It's just like Nizajuna said. The defiled energy is oozing out of that huge gap.
Again, a very cool visual.
Looks like there's a large tree stump down there too. The energy coming from it seems to be opposing the ooze from the sky. Paimon doesn't know who or what that is. Well, let's go over and have a look.
Right in the bell puzzles. Like you have to hit them without a certain amount of time. Yeah, within a certain amount of time is what I should have said. Yeah. Almost all caught up. Yeah, that just looks so neat.
Paimon didn't think there'd be such a huge patch of green on the other end of the mountain. We were just in the desert too. How strange. Impressive, is it not? It is our homeland after all. The homeland of the party, so there'll be lots of people like you here, right? You know what? Paimon's not all that keen on going. Should you not be excited beyond words? And the big tree stump over there looks like it's holding off the stuff oozing out of that big hole. That is the Harvey Spoktum. Or, sorry, Harvey Spock. Harvey Either the P or the T is silent, and I can't tell which. Harvey. That is the Harvey Spock. Sorry. That is the Harvey Spockum. That is the Harvey Spom. Harvey Spom? Harvey Spom? Or Harvey Stone? That is the Harvey Stone, the sacred form of the god that has granted us party life. It is not just some large stump. That's a god? Well, we've seen other gods, but this is the first time we've seen one looking like that. That is because our god cannot be considered alive. 500 years ago. Our great god gave all to quell the power of the disaster afflicting this place, but she was stained with corruption and could not be reborn in a pure plane. Thus her divine consciousness continues to wander the mortal one. Our great god left us with the sanctified Amrita, and the Lord of Verdure caused the Harvey Stone to grow from that, thus anchoring our god to this realm. I'm guessing they mean Mugudavada. Yeah. The Vorkasha oasis has been nourished by the Amrita, and even the Khvarena that defends this earth gains its unending power by the grace of the Amrita. But this god of yours doesn't look too well. She's been trying to hold out against the stuff coming out that hole this entire time. Her power maintains the seal over the Dark Hollow. I fear that the emergence of this sign is due to the attraction of that evil power. If it were not for the presence of the Harvey Stone, though defilement surging forth from that hollow would have infected the entire world, but it is also due to performing this duty that the tree has deteriorated so much. I do not believe that I could ever bear to be reduced to such a state. That is why I must leave a legacy of heroism behind for all to remember before it does happen. Well, never mind that first. Let's go look for this Jurvan person, shall we? If we get that chaplet and fix the sky real quick, that might make your god feel all better too.
And then I think there's a little chat, and then where we are at. In game, of course. And then we can continue from there. Yeah, again, just another beautiful area that Hoyo has created. We'll be able to see the Elder once we get out of here.
You aren't getting nervous, are you, Sorush?
Impossible. Do not second guess me frivolously, pale floater. Sorry. Hey. Any so many lines of dialogue. No, cat. You have to get up eventually, buddy. I don't have a ton of water. Well, if it isn't Sorouche, such a rare guest. It has been a while, Elder Gervon. Elder, well, if you call me that, then you should follow Pari norms and cease consorting with those humans whose hearts are heavy with their ulterior motives. I haven't gone against our norms. I have only made contact with humanity to find a way to extinguish the sky fire, just as the divine bird did. And is that why you have learned all that claptrap about sacrifice from the humans? We Pari care nothing for such foolishness. Isn't it our duty as Pari to sacrifice ourselves in the battle against the defiling impurity? Await the call of destiny, Sorouche. Only humans rush in blindly. The first Pari. Oh, got back up a little bit more again. There we go. This destiny you speak of is a nebulous thing. I cannot simply be expected to sit and wait for it. Patience is a virtue. And that is precisely the danger. The chaplet you seek contains the highest authority over Khvarena. In giving it to you, I may as well be handing the power of Khvarena over to those untrustworthy humans. Can't you just have more faith in me, Elder? Oh, actually, to get any lines we missed, I should just look up Genshin evil. Check the wiki. And I can check any dialogue we missed there. Check optional. Should find. Yeah. Ah, right, and because we're in Sumeru, yes, Nahida. So, Puro early on. Am I hearing things, or is there a suspicious sound? Then talking to him. Then after the conversation, yep. Even Lady Sorouche says so, which means I'm not the one to blame. And then talking to him afterwards, optional. Though Lady Sorouche speaks for you, I will not be so lenient should you make any suspicious movements. Aku sounds all reliable. Of course, I am one of the oldest qualified members of our order after all. I am not quite the equal of our Vijnanapati, but as one of the desert folk who have lived here for generations, the order and I are as one by blood. So if you encounter any issues, you can ask. No, wait, no, I won't be answering any of your questions. So, about your Vijnanapati. He's a very knowledgeable scholar, knows more than anyone I've ever met. We skeptics were once a darshan within the academia, but our traditions of knowledge have been eroded after hundreds of years here in the desert, far from the city. It's all thanks to our Vijnanapati that we are recovering our ancient traditions. With him around, our order shall soon reclaim our lost glory. Don't worry, you shan't hear questions from me. As it should be. Okay. Yeah, talking to Nazjuna again. Then I shall leave the matter of the Twin Horn Chaplet to you. I have some leftover work to take care of. I believe that all people, no matter who they are, will submit to you and the Envoy's awesome glory. When we have done what we must, let us meet at the campsite upon the Temir Mountains. Nahida's, using Nahida to mind read. I need to do some investigating first. Broach the pit in the middle of the Tunigi Hollow. Yeah.
Getting close to this is kind of creeping Paimon out.
Craven Pale Floater, do not drag me down with you when I do battle with the creatures that thing unleashes.
What do you mean? Paimon's gonna drag you down. There'd be no point doing that. You're slow enough as is.
Talk to Gervon before entering Tree Stump. This isn't a place that anyone can just wander into, trespasser. Okay, and then, some optional for after this conversation.
Can't you just have more faith in me, Elder? You two. Looks like we're being left out here, aren't we? Also, it seems like Sorouche loses that cocky attitude of hers in front of Jurvan, huh?
She's probably just fond of weird roleplay. Perhaps she has other hidden facets to her person. I'd go bottom.
And those skeptics are all too happy to go along with her, huh? Well then, little ones, you came with Sorouche, yes? This is not a place that ordinary humans may visit lightly. Let me see. Well, you certainly aren't from the Order of Skeptics. You seem to be outlanders, in fact. Well, in matters of courtesy, I suppose you two shall introduce yourselves first. I don't ask humans for their names often, you know. Paimon's Paimon, and he's Traveler. We're
adventurers who shuttle across Tevat. I am Sorouche's Yasnapati. Oh, I think I picked bottom.
adventurers, so you're travelers. Then, well now, I do think I've seen a traveler much like you before.
Similar to the Aranara. Yeah, seeing our sibling, the Abyss Twin, all those years ago.
This is the forbidden land of the Pari, the paradise nourished by Amrita, the shrine at which we pay reverence to our great god. Only heroes who have forged bonds with Pari and pilgrims who have come to genuflect before our god may enter. I shall take it that you are Sorouche's companions then. It has been several hundred years since humans last visited our Sea of Flowers. That said, aren't there a ton of skeptics living outside in the desert? Don't they know how to enter this place? I shall not permit such discourteous folk to enter our hidden realm. In the past, we Pari did indeed fight alongside their ancestors. We even lived here together. But many years have passed, and folly has grown strong amongst them. Even the traditional rites have become utterly forgotten. None living amongst them now can forge a lapa.
Lupa? Lupa or lapa?
Forge a lapa with a Pari. They should have been the ones to conduct the rite of abjure for the tree that suppresses the dark hollow, thus cleansing it of the filth that stained it. Yes, the deterioration of the tree cannot be avoided, but if they had not neglected the rite and caused the seal to weaken, this terrifying sign would never have reappeared so soon. But the human tradition is unreliable in this fashion. Compared to them, you Outlanders, blank slates as you are, certainly seem more dependable. Paimon's not sure if you're actually praising us or not, but we're here to... I would guess that you are here about this sign in the sky. I doubt that anyone would notice our little nook, if not for this great crisis. Well, we were commissioned to deal with this large hole. Yeah. Oh my, oh my. So it is as I guessed. Seems that even after so long, this short-lived race is as short-sighted as ever. Still, if it were not that way, would you even need us Pari to act on your behalf? Looks like Pari are just pretty nasty as a whole. Regardless, since human heroes have again graced our secret garden, it seems the gears of destiny have begun to turn once more, and you seem to be interesting human being. Oh, and you seem to be an interesting human being too. That takes me back. Once upon a time, I too traveled alongside humans, as curious as you to quell a calamity. Perhaps you really might equal their great deeds. Well then, it's decided. I shall give you a chance. The two of you certainly seem more trustworthy than those blind and foolish skeptics. Elder, shouldn't you put your trust in me instead? Well, as for that, you do know where Rashnu and Mihir are, right? Go bring them here. They should still be enjoying their beauty sleep right now.
This will serve as proof of your trustworthiness. And I will be able to give the chaplet to you.
Oh, Paimon knows. So this is the kind of seal that everyone needs to get together to break, and then we can get to the chaplet, right?
Ah, such impoverished imagination. The chaplet can be given to you at any time, but to solve the issue of the sign of Apoosha, we will need their strength. So Roosh alone will not be able to open the path through the Dark Hollow, not even with the chaplet. This perhaps is another example of the rule of three. Yeah, okay, Oyo, referencing the rule of three. I see what you do in your jokesters.
Paimon doesn't really know what you're saying, but as long as we can get the chaplet, it's fine.
Indeed, Traveler, Paimon, do help Sorush out, alright?
I don't
need help.
You're not very honest, Sorush, but since your elders said so, guess you just gotta listen to us.
And then there's some optional.
Well then, let's go look for these party names are kinda tough to remember.
Ooh. Okay. And then the optional dialogue, talking to Jirvan. I leave it to you to help Sorush out. About the sign of Apoosha. The appearance of the sign of Apoosha is a result of the constant buildup of defilement. The last time such an occurrence happened was centuries ago. I, along with some human warriors, set about eradicating it. Should the defilement be allowed to erode the structure of the Hi, Rio, big baby. The structure of the Harvey Stone. Right, Harvey Stone was how I was deciding to say it. It might be Harvey Stone, though. Harvey Stone. Then once the filth grows too much for the Khvarena to contain, the Tanuki Hollow's rift might just reopen. About the party. We party exist to avert the catastrophe and cleanse the defilement. The divine bird Simerga drank the Amrita and mixed her Khvarena with the water's essence, thus creating countless beings. Among the countless motes of Khvarena, the ones blessed with sentience are us, the Pari. Our power comes from the primordial Amrita, and one day, so too, will our power flow back to its source. About Sorush. Don't mind her tough talk. She is a good petal at heart. Sorush was born after the dust of the previous catastrophe settled, and hasn't witnessed the war of old, hence she holds many fantasies as to how things were. However, every party has a fated responsibility. From this perspective, she is unique. Even I cannot fully comprehend the mysteries of Khvarena. It's all right. Then I wish you the best and look forward to hearing the good news. Whew. That was 1 out of 6 parts. That took us an hour and 20 minutes. Well, ooh. Time to switch on over Genshin again. Reddit goes to the Frostpet for the footage. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I do like that for the rare instance like this. It's very useful to have just raw, no commentary footage. Even if I had a few nitpicks. Hi, Rio. Yes, you big baby. Yeah. Yes, you want attention. Okay. It's up there. Reconnect controller. Ah, dang it. It's doing this again. Okay. But sorry. Controller is being a little painful. There we go. Nope. Yeah, I gotta do this then. There. Really? Still not going to connect. Oh boy, sorry about that. Like I said, controller's just been a bit of a pain right now. It's this. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, I think it's just my PC having troubles with shit. Not the controller's fault, more the PC's fault. Okay. Oh. Oh. So yes, this will be the Genshin team. We'll be running, but I don't have a bunch of Sumeru characters, or a bunch of Sumeru characters leveled. So we have Impact-Khvarena, Itihasa. I need to go to the Impact-Khvarena swamp to search for Mihir. Need the help of the Pari Mihir and Narashnu to obtain the chaplet. You might be able to find Mihir's trail in Impact-Khvarena swamp. Also, I think as far as how long we're going to go, I think I might split this into part 1, part 2, and let's do like 3 hours tonight, just with all that talking at the beginning. My throat is already feeling so fucked up. So, there's one or this one. Near the help of the Pari Mihir and Rashnu seems to be around the giant tree at the hills of Marsom. Awakening's a real sound. Let's just do the order they're in. I think I already have waypoints open up. That'll be a little nice. Yeah, I'm almost out of water, so I would say maybe within the next 10 minutes or so, I'll kick the cat off and get some more. Oh man, so cool.
Are you sure we're going the right way, Soroush? We seem to have been around these parts before.
Stop making such disgraceful noises. Would I lead you wrong? Pale Floater, you could stand to learn from our Yasnapati his unflinching calm. To be honest, I am somewhat nervous on the inside. It's just some persistent purple mist, that's all.
And how is that not annoying enough, huh?
Such trivial trials, they pale in comparison to the sacrifice that I must offer up later. I misspeak. You, Pale Floater, are you not as bold as my Yasnapati? But perhaps one may consider retreating at the slightest sign of danger a wise choice.
You are not as bold, yeah.
Right, that's right. Traveler's in charge of being brave, while Paimon's in charge of being smart. That's why we make the best of buddies, after all.
Nice going, buddy. Nice going, buddy.
Hehe, right? Paimon thinks that was a good rejoinder, too.
But I did not give you your title for naught. Yasnapati, do give praise unto my bravery more. Pray.
Well, Traveler's known Paimon longer. When he's not being your Yasnapati, there's nothing wrong with him sparing some time to praise Paimon. Anyway, don't sweat the small stuff, Soroush. You're not really doing anything that especially needs praising right now, are you?
My great work is not for the present, but the future. Still, at this very moment, you are being given the privilege to witness where it all begins.
Well, if you say so. Speaking of which, we're here to find...
Mihir, that foolish familiar of thorns. She must be suffering right now.
Wait, is she trapped in there? Then we've got to go save her.
The power of the purple mist you witnessed previously and the demons of Dev stem from the same source. Mihir's task should have been to keep such wicked powers from running rampant upon this earth. Under the sign of Apoosha, the powers of the two forces warring here ebb and flow. We Pari should be dauntless, willing to fight till we ourselves are torn to shreds. But Mihir, I shouldn't wonder if she searches for some way to protect herself even now, conducting some loathsome struggle.
Wait, aren't you allies? Are you really gonna leave a fellow Pari to her fate like that?
Cold-hearted little Pari. You wouldn't be unable to rescue your comrade by any chance, would you? The Aranara all help each other out.
Yeah, shame we're into it.
That's right. They're like a big family, always protecting one another. So you Pari aren't like that, huh?
The Aranara? What a carefree breed. It is no difficult matter saving me here. Perhaps I might even call it trivial, but we Pari each have our mission, and we also have different ideals. She must have found some position equal in seclusion and defensibility before using a great gate to seal both the demons and herself in. If she could still move freely, she would be like that Khvarena, begging for aid and prostrating herself before all and sundry to earn pity. Can Khvarena even prostrate themselves?
Maybe if they try hard enough.
You plebeians missed the point. Back to the heart of the matter. We did disperse some purple mist, but the root cause remains unresolved. I doubt that she can hold out for much longer. How pitiful.
I might have done a little bit of the start of this quest, so let me actually check that real quick. Okay, we did already start and do a little bit at the start of this, so I will read off the start as well, the starting dialogue. Okay, yeah. Approach the marked area if the mist was cleared beforehand. Okay, so we cleared it even, yeah, okay, so you get a different line of dialogue. And then if you do not clear it, so if I'm on the same line, been around these parts before, versus are we just going the right way? Yeah, so an extra line, cleared beforehand, someone nervous, not annoying, not cleared beforehand. I am so nervous. Or it is just a fluorescent purple mist. Critical trials. If you did clear the mist, then you get the purple mist. It's not cleared.
Wait, is she trapped down there? Then we've got to go save her.
The power of the purple mist beneath us shares a source with the demons of Dev. Mihir's task should have been to keep such wicked powers from running rampant upon this earth.
All the same there. On the R&R line is specific if you completed the R&R world quest. Got it. So it's cleared beforehand. We get the plebeians line. If not, get plebeians, but
all the same, the state of this place tells me that she did not hold out long by herself. How pitiful.
I got a lot of like extra missed dialogue.
What a horrible sight to be as Mihir is, corroded by filth, falling from a spotless to a sinful state, yet desperate to preserve herself. Had the elder not bade me come.
Hehe, so after all that, you do care.
Hardly, I merely wish to see if that useless fool has any regrets or not. If she turns back to us and accepts our aid, then perhaps I shall spare her a moment or two. After all, the flower, the star of the songs of praise, shall seem less radiant if the green leaves are not there to serve as its foil. The following labor shall be little, but is still a radiant shard. Yasnapati mine, record it down with a reverent heart, and use even this mote of shattered light to grace your mighty hymn.
We can talk about the less important stuff later, Sorouge. Let's figure out how to save me here first, shall we?
Less important, you say? Well, so be it. Mihir's sinful form renders her unable to do her duty, but the thorns remain so long as I lend them some of my strength. Scattering this defilement should cost me but a little effort. As for the downward path, let us follow that wandering Khvarena we just saw.
Was clear beforehand, we get that line. If it's not clear beforehand, for duty. Okay, so my strength.
It shall only take a brief moment to scatter this purple smoke.
And then it was not cleared. You get an extra line after this.
Alright, if you feel uncomfortable, then hold your breath. Well, Paimon isn't all that good at doing that herself, so you'd better make it quick, Sorouge.
Underestimate me not, pale floater.
Well, if Sorouge is so sure, let's try getting closer then.
And then, oh, if the mist was clear before him versus not clear before him, we should get some different lines coming up. That should just pop up.
Thankfully, before we clear this place out, otherwise the Khvarena may have gotten lost in purple mist.
That's absurd.
You should get out more, Sorouge. If you'd been outside, you'd have seen a whole lot more.
Keep your nonsense to yourself.
Keep following this floating guy around, then I'll give you guys the other dialogue. If you have not dispersed the mist.
Enough talk. Let's proceed. Mihir should be just ahead.
Why does it feel like Sorouge is kinda unhappy?
Oh, hello, Rio. Yes, you got a lap time earlier today as well, buddy. You're such a big baby. You got several hours, you and Jack. Okay, let's see. Mist was not cleared.
Why did it stop?
Didn't you see it groveling there? It's begging us to help banish the evil spirits here.
Then we should do... Then what should we do, Sorouge? Do something... Seen a whole lot more strange stuff.
That was that one line I didn't finish up.
This meager matter is nothing to worry about, though it is not in accordance to my intent. We still require the aid of the thorns at this moment.
Dispersing the purple mist.
Whoa, look out. Looks like something's coming out of the purple mists.
This is the filth that has long been assailing me here. As long as they are eradicated, the purple mists will scatter. The power possessed by the familiar thorns has waned, but it can still be wielded. The Niroda fruits budding upon the thorns are fitting candidates, counter the presence of the impurities.
After cleansing one defiled entities.
Whoa, it actually worked?
Of course it did.
After cleansing all defiled entities.
The purple mists are gone now. We can keep heading forward now, right?
Correct. Just let the Khvarena guide you.
Follow the floating Khvarena. The second purple mist was not cleared beforehand.
This indolent Khvarena, Yasnapati, stand and behold my capabilities. Let me part this violet mist, open a path for the Khvarena.
They just keep coming.
If not for Mihir's idleness, just as before. I shall use the Niroda fruits to disperse the filth.
After cleansing all defiled entities.
Whoa, not a single one was left. You're awesome, Sorush. The thorns that bore those Niroda fruits are really powerful too, Niroda.
If those thorns delight you so, Pill Floater, then I suggest you just become Mihir's Yasnapati. Oomph, she should be hiding behind the great gate, gasping raggedly. Pitiful.
Then let's go find her. All we need to do is follow the Impact-Khvarena, right?
And then that's why Sorush is unhappy. There we go. Cool. And now we can keep going.
Buddy.
He's tucked his face in and everything. Such a big baby. Or purple mist. Okay. Oh, do we need a... Yeah, how do we switch to Sorush again? It's been so long. Is it a gadget? It might be. Yeah, it is. Okay. Sorush. Finish the lens, Sorush aspires to become a balloon guard. Even Shu shall quell calamity. Form a connection with the one whom she trusts. Sorush now traverses the defiled land. Inside her, Yasnapati.
Wait, is this me here? Is she stuck? Seems like the purple mist has already made it all the way down here. What do we do now, Sorush? Can we just do what we did earlier? You know, give some of your power to the thorns and free her?
Why, of course I shall save her. After all, she does seem so very piteous, infested with corruption and helpless as she is. This isn't the best time to throw shade at her, on her.
Exactly. We've got to save her and quick.
Yet I have not heard her repent. I shall hear her repudiation of her obduracy and her supplication for my aid.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? We don't have time for that kind of talk. Paimon thought you were just speaking in anger.
O valiant, dauntless Lady Sorush, we implore thee. Lovely, invincible Lady Sorush, shall ye not hear my counsel?
You sure that's gonna work?
Well then, if you too say so, my Yasnapati, after all, fulfilling your wishes once in a while is indeed within the purview of one so exalted as I.
Eh? Seriously? Paimon wishes you'd listen to her too, Sorush.
Just use the power of thorns.
As we did before, probably think is later. Okay. That went by very quick.
Thorns as we did before, though this is no great matter, the thought of doing it for me here. I'll probably think this later.
Yeah. Of course.
Belfsir's the spawning bed of many a monster. Be careful.
Knew this would happen. Anyway, Traveler, time to kick them out.
Okay. Well, as long as we're dealing with mobs, this sting should be fine. Talk to me here. Also. Yeah. Nice. Don't want to get too far off the beaten path. Okay, and that's where that quest is. Got it. Because it did put a marker down. Cool. Different world quest. I don't have any traversal companions, so we will be hopping it is.
Awesome. Are you alright, me here?
Well, I suppose she is alive if barely and covered in sin, and weakened to the extent that she may only defend herself. All thanks to you, great Lady Sorush. Good thing we arrived early and had you with us, Sorush. Sorush. Sorush who took humans for companions. Sorush who lost her way.
It sounds like there's some secret meaning behind her words.
Do not get near her. Do not get near her, lest the defilement that emanates from her touches you. It seems that she has not only forgone a heart of gratitude, but has lost much of her intellect, or she would not have used such baseless words to reproach me. Thank you, Sorush. If not for you and your companions, I would have needed much time to gather my strength. And even then I am unsure if I could have stood against the rising filth on my own. The sign of Apoosha could be seen all too clearly, even from the bottom of the valley, but thorns can only crawl upon the ground, never to reach the sky, not even the reflection of the skies on the earth. Of course, after all, I am the one who is destined to make sacrifices and extinguish the sign. And I must add that Traveler is no companion of mine, nor is Paimon. He is my Yasnapati, a willing instrument recording my great work. Sorush is number one, Yasnapati. That's me. I would call that description a few degrees off reality.
Paimon wants to be number one too. Wait, why would Paimon want to fight you to be Sorush's willing instrument anyway? Just saving me here isn't enough to complete what Gervan asked us to do, right?
I see. So you have something to request of me, Sorush. What? Have your senses gnarled into tumbleweed during your imprisonment and departed the Tamir Mountains into the nameless dunes? It is by my magnum...
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're such a big baby. Buddy, I just finished my water. I need a refill soon.
It is by my magnanimity. It is by my magnanimity, not remembering past slights, that my Yasnapati has been given leave to record your name within the hymn that sings my praises. Your sinful form, stained with defilement, should never otherwise have appeared within those stanzas. You should thank me here, if it was not for our elder. Whatever. We do this to obtain the twin-horn chaplet. For that reason you must return with me to the Vorokasha oasis.
Speaking of which, Sorush, you keep talking about stained with defilement this and sinful form that. What do you even mean?
It is the duty of us familiars of the thorn to prevent defilement from spreading across the earth and guard against its corrosion. But when we battle against the demons of Dev, injury is nigh unavoidable.
The scar. Yeah, on her eye.
And if you had been shattered in battle with them, that might have been worth a song, but stained as you are, you can hardly be counted as one of us. If it were not for my coming to your rescue, you would likely have continued some pathetic struggle here till the world forgot you, you utterly faded away. Those are the words of the human who has befriended you, Sorush. He is no ordinary human. He is the Nasurya of the Order of Skeptics.
So that's how it is.
Sounds like a matter of wounded pride.
That's right, calling someone sinful because of that? Me here, you poor thing.
To do one's duty is not a pitiable act, nor is struggling to perform that duty for a while longer shameful. Never mind the matter of our elder. I have not fallen so low as to require your judgment. Rather, it is you who should thank me for rescuing you.
Oh, come on, Sorush. Stop yelling at an injured person. Well, Mihir was wounded in combat, so that counts, right?
It is all right. Sorush will understand, or she will never obtain the twin horn chaplet from Gervan. But as she says, My sinful form is unacceptable in the eyes of other Pari, and I'll return to the Vorokasha oasis in this state. Merely perform a cleansing pilgrimage, and it will be well.
A cleansing pilgrimage? Will that take a long time? Will it be dangerous?
You need not be so concerned as to the details of Mihir's deeds. After all, there shall be little room for her in the praises that shall be sung of me. She knows this road well, but in her weak and helpless state, were she to be attacked along the way, I doubt there will be anything left of her.
What Paimon's hearing is that things will be fine as long as we escort her. Don't worry, we're very experienced at this sort of thing.
True.
Speaking of that, why didn't you help me here earlier, Soroush? If you just lent a little power to the thorns, you could have done that even without our help, right?
It's my duty, not hers.
But shouldn't you help each other out at times like this?
Each party has their own mission, just like this cleansing pilgrimage. Must undertake those tasks on our own. Missions and duties all have someone they belong to, cannot allow others to take over completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, these guys just came out of nowhere.
Protect people here. Just a woman. Thank you, Tignari. Tignari is definitely going to be like our main DPS on this team. With help, of course, from Nikita. Right, we have to, I think for these... Was it for these you have to gather or something?
Is this the great gate we encountered along the other path as well?
Only fails to serve any purpose.
Is this? Or maybe something will be there. I vaguely recall something like that. Or is there like... I thought there was also like a bomb thing you could do. It's fine. Oh, maybe it's this. I think this might be it. No, that's just one of those little guys. Yeah. Actually, it might be. Let's see. Okay, just in the chest.
Sorry.
I know I shouldn't get distracted. Especially after all my yapping in the beginning. Again, just love the sense of scale in Genshin. These areas.
We're finally out of there. We can already see the
Right.
Harvey Storm.
And we can also see the sign of Apaosha. We won't be able to relax till we've managed to fix the crisis above us.
That's true, but let's prioritize escorting me here on her cleansing pilgrimage so she can regain her spotless form and return to her companion's side. But isn't it awful that she's been fighting all this time, but now that she's injured she can't even go back?
One who clings to life and self-protection, despite being filled with such filth, is unworthy of the Yasnapadi's chronicle.
What are you saying, Soroush? Mihir's been fighting all by herself to fulfill her mission all this time. She's been very brave. We should remember what she's done and praise her for it.
Only humans require such things as courage. We Pari have no need of it. Soroush speaks the truth. We Pari have known our purpose since birth. We only live to serve that purpose. We do not require remembrance. Perhaps being forgotten might even be for the best.
But...
If the day comes when none mention us again, then surely the entire earth must have been purged of all calamity. There will be no more sacrifices to be sung of, for there will be no more sufferings to be remembered. I believe that shall be a wonderful day.
Me here.
That day is yet distant, not before I make the sacrifice that shall extinguish the sign of Apoosha, at least. Let us not waste daylight here. We should complete the cleansing pilgrimage as soon as possible. We should not allow this preamble to delay us, so I am the protagonist of this hymn, I alone. Thank you for walking this difficult path with me. I believe that the road shall be far smoother ahead. Would you like us to continue on together?
Sure, let's go together.
Let's meet again later. Let's go together. That is also fine by me.
You silently escort me here back to the Vorokasha Oasis. Okay, just TBing on back, yeah. So pretty.
We're back. Guess your cleansing pilgrimage is done, huh, me here? That means your defilement issues have been solved, right?
I have indeed completed the cleansing pilgrimage, but it couldn't have been done without your aid. The wind and waters here are good, and wondrous energies cycle here. For now, there's no need to worry about the defilement.
Yeah, this place sure is better than that valley full of purple mist. It's definitely got that soul purifying feeling to it.
Purifying, indeed.
That was easier than Paimon thought. Now that Meteor's clear of this defilement, other Pari aren't going to reject her anymore, right? You can finally take a rest after all that trouble you went through, me here.
And Sarush is now closer to obtaining the chaplet as well.
That's right. Everyone wins.
A fitting end for me here, perhaps, but not for me. My ending will not be something so ordinary or peaceful or as insignificant as you are, pale floater.
Paimon isn't insignificant. Well, not that Paimon's very heavy or anything either.
My end shall be glorious, radiant, like that of the divine bird Simurgh. I shall split into infinite motes of Khvarena, cleansing the world of its impurity. That which Mihir has done cannot be compared to what I shall yet accomplish. Yet there is only one Simurgh, and there is only one Sarush. There is no need to imitate others. There has to be a way that doesn't involve sacrifice.
Paimon thinks so too. You don't have to be in such a hurry to sacrifice yourself. We can think of something else together.
You speak but empty words, born of your witlessness. My mind is made up, my heart set, my will not be moved. I will not be moved.
Paimon doesn't get Sorush at all. Why does she insist on sacrificing herself to deal with the sign? And why is she so cold to me here?
Well, the way things look right now, Mihir's the one with deeds to her name. It's because Sarush's work is not yet complete.
That's true. We don't know if we'll be able to obtain the Twin Horn Chaplet yet. Never mind extinguish the sign of Apoosha. So she's worried that she's fallen behind me here?
I'd say she's pretty anxious about that.
Paimon kinda gets it now. Sarush is worried that if we praise me here, we won't do the same for her afterward. So she wants to do something even greater. Oh, come on. Isn't she just afraid that Mihir will steal her Yasnapati? She doesn't need to worry about that. We're born flatterers, aren't we, traveler? Let Paimon think. Let's put 4 lines of praise for Sarush in that hymn or whatever she's always going on about, and 2 for me here. That way everyone wins. Hehe. Hehe. Hehe.
Teehee.
The sights and scenes of the Vurakashi Oasis are as they always were. They comfort you humans as well. About Pari responsibilities, about Sorush, I'll leave you in peace for now. These should come naturally to us, Pari. Should not trouble us. Sorush is also doing her utmost to fulfill her duties as a Pari. Although her methods could use some refinement, she is very dedicated to her studies. I am sure you understand what I mean. Very well, I shall stay here for a spell.
Yeah, and different designs for the party as well. Go to the giant tree. Let's head over and start this part. If there's not that much dialogue, we can get some more done before I have to refill water and everything. Ooh, that looks like there might be a puzzle somewhere around here. Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah.
Ah, it's you, Liz Juna. What are you doing here?
Ah, honored envoy, honored envoy of Khvarena, and you two are Yasnapadi and his companion, I suppose?
Just call us Traveler in Paimon.
Since I have been given such permission, then allow me to call you by those names. Do you two remember what I mentioned earlier, about how we skeptics have always been searching for the Kori drums?
It was about them being important items for some ritual or something, yeah?
Well, while I can see that the proper terms were not remembered, that is the essence of the matter, yes. The two of you have been acknowledged by Khvarena's envoy, and yet you know little of our glorious history. I fear that you may be led astray by heresies and heterodoxies from the forest. Allow me, then, to explain the true history of Barsoom and the Kori drums. I'll be honest, I'm not so concerned with this. Story time, is it? Joy.
Oh man, my throat's really not happy with me. I'm gonna get some water. Oh, cat. I know you're not gonna be happy, but you can go lay down somewhere, buddy. You've gone, like, what, 5 hours on my lap today? Oh, come on. Get on up. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Go. Rio, please. I know I have to basically get up myself before we move. Oh, I haven't stretched it so long. Oh, little. Here. Sit up, chair. Go. 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 Okay, I'm back. Got a little snack. I definitely have enough water for another hour of streaming tonight. And I will, like I said, I'll rename this to part 1. I'll do a part 2 tomorrow, take a break Tuesday, and then Wednesday, I guess, we can do Tribal Chronicles. But for us, the other streams this week would be, I think one Zelda stream perhaps, and then 1 or 2 Star Rail streams. I'll check which events have like story and stuff. This is no idle yarn to be told after tea. It is the tale of our meeting with the Pari, the scions of the divine bird, and the long years of the war we have endured here in this land thereafter.
Paimon would prefer idle yarns in that case.
Long ago, our predecessors worked to quell the disaster that occurred in this land, formed a profound friendship with the Pari. Barsoom's familiar had a preference for music, so we crafted Kori drums for her. During the ceremony where our bonds with the Pari were made official, 5 drums had to be gathered and played according to scores. Though the Kori drums are lost, the drum's scores have withstood the corrosion of the sandstorms. As you can see, they have been almost perfectly preserved. Ah, the markings. Cool. Words shall nary describe the true magnificence of that occasion. When the Kori drums sounded, all things reverberated in unison. It felt as if their sound could freely traverse space and time. Those who witnessed it were all shaken to the core. Even the elements themselves were stirred. Sounds like a very lively time. I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. It's a shame that we skeptics failed to pass on our legacy, resulting in the loss of all the Kori drums. Now, however loudly we cried out, Barsoom's familiar would never again utter a word in response.
Barsoom's familiar. Is this the Rashnu Sorush mentioned before? Is that who you're talking about? But why wouldn't she respond to the Order of Skeptics' call?
The Pari and the Order of Skeptics both value tradition and ceremony, so there is routine to our actions.
They talk about tradition, but then they lost their drums.
This is hardly a peaceful land. That such things would happen is little surprise.
Okay. Seems like getting Rashnu back to the Vorokasha Oasis with us won't be easy.
That is so. We will need to collect all the Kori drums, play them according to the score. Thankfully, I have never once given up searching for the lost drums. I have been gathering the relevant clues even before your arrival. As one might have expected of you, Lord Nasariah. There's no need to flatter me, after all. If Arya Deva had not... My apologies. I refer to an elder amongst the Order of Skeptics who left for Sumeru City to work on his light novels. The dratted things. This heavy responsibility would not have fallen to me otherwise.
He became a light novelist?
He rambled on and on about how warring against the Yai publishing house editor and opponents in Genius Invocation TCG should be considered war. But if you ask me, he's just turning into a ridiculous old geezer. But he's still an elder who knows more about our heritage than I do, so I have to ask him for information regardless of any disagreements we might have. He's reluctant to answer any questions that don't have to do with light novels and card games, though. Took me 3 whole questions to receive a single reply. Anyway, it took me a great deal of effort just to gather clues about the Kori drums. Speaking of
that, we did find Kori drums other than the one Catherine gave us. Not the whole set of 5, but still.
Oh, I guess I did off stream as well. Let me check the optional dialogue for this quest as well then. I mean, with finishing this one, we'll be about halfway through. At least the the quests which are part of this chain. So the real sound. If you have collected other gory drums, okay. I don't think there's any for collecting all of them. Probably you can't until you get to this point in the mission. Which does make sense, so you don't accidentally like skip stuff. Okay. Oh, Rio, I hear you out there. You're fine, buddy. Go lay down. Such a little stinker. Big baby kitty. Okay. Keep going.
Yay, new clues! But nice, Juna, if you had the clues all along, why didn't you go look for the lost Cory drums yourself?
That's an easy one to answer. Traveler, it seems like you're not in possession of a vision. That's right, I am not. And yet you're capable of bending the elements to your will. What an enviable gift. Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with such a gift. So it is good that you are here. I mean, we could save quite a lot of trouble for Lady Sarouche with your help. Otherwise, I would have to make other arrangements. But just as I said before, it seems that even fate is on my side. Lady Sarouche and you two, please come with me. Hidden treasures may be found closer by than we think. Okay. Run on over here. I see that little guy over there.
That's strange. There's no path here at all. Seems like you're not all that good a guide, nice Juna.
There are signs of rockfall. You are observant indeed, honored envoy. I am inclined to think that monster activity caused the rocks to collapse and thus block this, well, let us call it a path. But you may leave this to me, everyone. This problem only requires a little spark to solve. Ah yes, for safety concerns, please stand back a bit. Juna cleans the stone crevice before putting a small package inside. He fills the gap back up, retreats to a safe distance, and lights the fuse. Larger rock blocking the way splinters into smaller pieces. When the dust finally clears, a gray gate appears in its wake. Yeah, a little bit of dynamite. Well, that's it for those stones blocking the way.
Wait, why is there still a gate in the way?
There's always another gate to go through, huh? It does seem quite sturdy. We used to be able to pass through. For breaking the seal in this gray gate, we will need your help, you two.
Well, guess that falls to us, huh?
Rift down. Goes left from the balance. Yep. Yep, we have no healer on the team. Right, grab. I know, I was looking through like, who's some rare characters I could use. I was like, oh, Dory would be good, but I just haven't leveled her yet. Though I think that's something I'll be doing next patch, is leveling up some characters that I haven't quite yet gotten to. Ooh, cool. Cool looking cavern.
Seems like there's something buried beneath the sand piles here. How about we take a closer look?
We do not have animal. stick to a Sumeru party. Yes.
見えないだろ雑草を刈る時間だ
Oh, Tinori's lit on fire. There we go. Should heal the party back up as well. Yeah.
僕から離れ
And then, of course, with Dea, she self-heals, so don't need to worry about that as much. There we go.
This place is full of great crystals.
Oh. I did not mean to skip that line down. Or, let's see if I did or not. Well, I did miss that anyway. Naze Juno looks around a bit before collecting some scattered records and browsing through them. It is not too far from what I expected. The mechanism that sealed the Dendro drum was once here, but it has been destroyed. There are even some notes here that show where the other Koi drums might be found. Got it. After scouring the land for days, I finally found the Koribantes. Alas, I lack the strength to retrieve them. As such, I will record their locations here. There is no detailed information on the key contents of the ritual. I have drawn the following inferences from a comprehensive review of the current body of research. Firstly, the element of the Koribantes matches the element recorded on the drum score. This is obvious and requires only a rudimentary understanding. Anemo and Geo drums do not exist. The reason for this merits further investigating. Is it because they can't react with Dendro? That's what I would say, right? It's like, oh, what are the elements that can react with Dendro? Well, Anemo and Geo definitely can't, so they're the exceptions. That would be an interesting theory, perhaps. Secondly, the meaning behind the notation. Notation may be divided into three categories: empty, half full, full. The hypothesis is that the music notes refer to three types of rhythms, namely pause, light, and heavy. Thirdly, the order of reading. Unable to be determined, if a lost Kori drum is found, one can try to read in the usual order, which is from left to right, top to bottom. Okay, well, looks like we'll have to go drum hunting. Oh no. I was just thinking, well, reactions with Dendro, but we have a cryo drum. Which there's no cryo reaction with Dendro, so I don't know. That's very interesting, actually. As the elders put it, when the Kori drums were lost in a single night, the Order of Skeptics was overcome with great grief. Losing the drums meant losing the bridge that connected them to Barsoom's familiar. From then on, the young were never again able to listen to her teachings. This was a grave incident indeed. Great efforts were made by all to search for the drums thereafter, but few gains were made due to the obstruction posed by the defiled energies. According to the elders, this is one of those old locations. But as you have seen, those without the power to combat the brute might of the defilement, those who cannot wield the elements, and those who have not yet obtained the trust of Khvarena's envoy, are unable to reach this place. Aradeva also attempted to retrieve the Dendro drum here in his youth, but he did not succeed. Has been silent about the matter ever since. A sense of responsibility, perhaps, or was it pride that closed his mouth?
You know, When you said that the Order of Skeptics had a terrible relationship with the Academia, Paimon thought you'd all just stay here. Now that there's that big hole in the sky, never mind not coming back to help out. Don't you think it's kind of weird that he's just over in Sumeru City, writing his novels and playing his cards?
Perhaps he can achieve his fantasies. Perhaps he can achieve in fantasies what he could not in reality.
You mean writing the story of his failures into a light novel, but changing the ending? How's that supposed to solve a real-life problem?
People need hope in their lives, even if it isn't real.
Well, Paimon thinks that sticking together is our best chance of fixing this sky hole problem. It concerns Sarouche too, after all.
Sorry. Get another drink of water.
Your concern, Paimon, is rather wasted on one destined for so grand a sacrifice. Or perhaps I should say that evaluating the choices and fates of others is itself an overly prideful act. As grand a sacrifice as I.
There we go. Sorry, I knew I missed something there.
Paimon Traveler, help Paimon out here.
We're just here to complete a commission. We're to respect their wishes and wish them well.
Aren't we also supposed to ask them to leave it to us?
I do thank you for your aid, of course, but do not forget, I am the main character of this hymn.
Regardless, now that we know where the Kori drums are specifically, we just need to retrieve them all. Although the trial here has been destroyed, that may not be the case in other places.
Whether they are or not shall be little issue. Let us leave that task to my Yasnapati. This should be no issue to someone of his caliber, no?
Of course, we're professionals, you know.
In that case, we can find the other Kori drums so long as you follow these notes. I leave that to the two of you. Good luck.
Right, Traveler. Remember to record the drum scores on the stone walls. We'll definitely need them at some point.
So we still need to get those scores done. I didn't notice. Yeah, there it was over there. So we have that, which is usually part of the puzzle. And then here, some markings as well. And the tree. Animo, Pyro, Dendro, Cryo. Is that Electro? Cryo Electro. Okay, well, let's check our inventory real quick. Yeah. On times. Okay, we have 3 of the drums. Nice. Notes left by someone. Right. Cryo, Dendro, Hydro. Yeah, so we got a few of them. We need the scores.
Yup.
Fortunately, those are just right outside here. So we have one right next to us. Oh, can't climb up that, of course.
Found the first one. That was easy.
Up. All 5 core drums collected, not all. Okay, so you already collected all 5.
Speaking of which, if we take the dendro drum into account, it seems like we found all 5 koi drums, haven't we? Feels as if we just happened upon them as we were adventuring.
Convenient things like that do happen every once in a while, I suppose. As expected of the Yasuna body, who Lady Sarush acknowledged. This went faster than I thought it would. Have you recorded the entire drum score carved into the stone walls? If you have, let's return to Barsoom, begin the ritual. Okay, first one.
Found the first one. That was easy. Paimon has it memorized already.
Of course, we'll check our inventory.
There's a drum score here as well. Let's take some notes. This should be the third one, right? Only 2 more left to go. Only 2 more left to go. Oh no, Paimon's having a hard time remembering. Remembering what was drawn on the previous drum scores. Is there still another one?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's the last one recorded. Time to look for the other koi drums, right?
There we go. Rimanti's Sodra. Vinana. Vishnana or Vinana. Samya. Samjana. Rupa. Sankara. Sanhara. Vidana. Okay. And then we did get 1. Now we need to get these other 2. Is that gonna be? Let's TP over there and see. Okay. Down. Down we go. Even deep. Oh yeah, those are the things you blow up with our girl Sarush. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. With I don't think there's a single character who uses Shishirite, but you can collect it, and it's like, what is this for? Oh yo, who's going to use this? Cool. The electro drum.
Why is there a storm here?
Do you grow afraid, Pilfler, Craven, but do not fret. Neither should you. Simple thunder is nothing to be afraid of.
Hey, Paimon's not afraid.
Okay. Okay, well, finding the drums. So, we have the... Which drum do we have? Do you have Hydro? Okay. Hydro, Dendro, Cryo, you have by default, so Hydro, yes.
Huh. Looks like this has got something to do with water. With the water.
But it doesn't seem to be about reading the water's reflection, but going underwater to look for answers.
Speaking of those devices that bring the water level up and down, where does the water flow to when the water level goes down anyway? And, well, where does all that water that brings the level up come from?
Complete the challenge.
Alright, the koi drum should be nearby. Let Paimon see here.
And then we're on Electro here. Hey. Ah!
漏らし尽くせ一応目を覆えばやっ
私のお家にいらっしゃい。全部丸見え。
ここであんたを潰す
Oh, big guy.
明けの明星灼熱せ
Dodge.
めくれまし
音が聞こえるやっ
Nice.
Here, it's safe now, right? Then let's go back and collect the koi drum.
Oh, I'm like, oh, is there a chest? Nope. Drum just sitting over here. Nice. Electro marking on it. Then I'll just be over that one. Again, as far as like exploration, getting 100% of regions, that's something I do off stream. Sometimes that is quite tedious, scouring the map and going, where is it? Please. Just take some time. Went around spamming the compass and stuff and going like, well, where is it? I know there's one right there, but that's super easy to find. Ah. Light them all. Okay, I'll I'll read these off once they're done.
The bright flame altars. Well, if we merely need to light them all, it is no difficult matter. Will it really be that easy? Try for yourself and you shall see, pale floater. But the flaming seeds of hope are like candles in the wind. One must be quick to seize them before they go out, and so one must give the path. One must walk clear thought.
So you mean that we should plan our route in order to light all the mechanisms up, right?
Okay. Oh, can I? Oh no, where? Okay, where are y'all? Where are they? Where are they all? Look for anything with torches. 3 of 7. Oh no, that's so many actually. Oh no, chat. I did not look around the area enough. Ah, that's on me. We don't get it. Guessing there's just more down here, right? Yeah. More here? Yes, okay. Oh, is it the one up there? Come on, we can do it. There we go. Ooh, I did not know where they all were. I did see, oh, there's lines for failing.
Does this count as failure? That wasn't easy at all.
What will I do with you? Allow me to illuminate your path. Yasnapati, do not stray from me. This way, keep close.
After failing the challenge more than once.
Failed again. Next time, let's stay closer to Sarush.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I saw that you could fail and I was like, oh boy, let's try not to. They were definitely being a little tricksy there. Bright Flame Altar. An altar once used for the skeptics' rituals. You wonder how it ended up here. Obtain a seed of fire that can be carried between altars. The seed of flame is like a candle in the wind. Find your way to the other altar before it goes out. Oh, maybe it refreshes after you hit an altar. So it's just too long between altars is the main issue.
The Paimon count. Ooh, that makes all the lost koi drums. There's no time to lose. Must return to Barsoom. Our Surya should be waiting for us there.
Yep. Time to go back. Ooh.
Let's see. Next, we just need to put the koi drums back in their original places before performing the piece, according to the scores on the stone walls, right? Rashni will definitely be happy to answer us when she hears her favorite music.
To excuse my presumption, but the ritual that bound the Order of Skeptics to the Pari is one of great significance. I think that it would only be proper. Order of Skeptics regulation, Vijnana Pati, that is to say myself, were to preside over it.
But we were the ones who got all the 5 koi drums.
Even if you are Lady Sorush's Yasnapati, I believe this to be out of line. Or should I call this prideful presumption upon her favor? Lady Sorush is Impact-Khvarena's envoy. She might have behaved more amicably to the two of you on account of your aid, fulfilling her destined mission. Yet, this is but a manifestation of her virtue, and not any credit of yours. Do not forget your place. Give praise and stand in awe of her every action as you should.
That's what you say, but even though Sorush always acts all high and mighty, Paimon doesn't think she's all that great, or that distant from us.
That does not sound like something that shall be written into a hymn of praise.
Well, I'd say it's praise enough by Paimon standards.
Well, what about you then, traveler? Do you want to play the koi drums and awaken the familiar Barsoom for me?
Nurse Juna can do it. Being a bystander's all right sometimes. I'm not a bad performer. I've learned many forced tunes from the Aranara.
Yep, and the Aranara sure do love music, and since Rashnu is someone who will respond to humans who call out to her using the music of the koi drums, she's definitely a music-loving party too, huh? Hehe, Paimon wonders if she'll enjoy Aranara music too.
The musical scores of the koi drums cannot be compared to some forest ditties. They are part of the Order of Skeptics tradition. Perhaps I should be the one to perform instead, rather than let outsiders do it. They're part of Order of Skeptics tradition. Blah.
Surya, you two have merely understood this task from mere writings. The way I see it, would he, experienced in performing arts as he is, not be the more reliable choice?
The principles are the same. This should be no problem. But...
No buts. So I have decided, and so it shall be. Traveler shall do this deed.
Well, if you say so, Sorush, then leave this to us. Just relax, Nezjuna. We know the koi drums are very important. Traveler's not going to ruin them or anything.
Hopefully.
Next, we just need to line the koi drums up according to their attributes and perform according... how do you read the drum scores again? You still remember how to? Notes that Assyria gave you contains...
Okay, I'm going to read these off after.
Next, we just need to line the koi drums up according to their attributes. Then we perform according to the scores we have. How do you read the drum scores again? Do you still remember how to perform? The notes that Nasuria gave you contain instructions how to read a drum score, such that you may avoid making mistakes. It will not hurt.
Or, sorry, that was Sarush.
The notes that Nasuria gave you contain instructions on how to read a drum score, such that you may avoid making mistakes. It will not hurt to read it again.
I believe it was just left to right, top down, right? It wasn't enigmatic. Oh, which one was it? Yeah. That was sweet. During Lingerie. Is it? Okay, it's this one, yes. Let me on by someone. Oh, boop, 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 boop. 3 types. Pause, light, heavy. So empty's a pause, light's half full, heavy full. That's right, top to bottom. So don't hit, half hit, full hit. And now let's make sure everything's in place first. Oh, that's cool. Lighting up as well. Okay, perform all 5. The drum score. Check drum score. Oh, that should be... Is that half full or half none half full? Can't quite tell. Check this one as well. It is there. Half, none, half. Same as well. Half, none, half. Okay. Oh, okay. Well. Do we have to jump on the drum? I'm a little curious. No, not that. Okay. So, you can jump to do a full. Okay, so. Okay, and lights up. Okay, got it. I was like, how? What are the mechanics for this? Okay, understood. So another, same as before. Back to 5. Can hear them going off. And they're all going to come together for a rhythm. Yeah. Okay, 3 hits and a plunge. Oh, it's coming together. Actually, I think I've heard this track before. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Interesting. Score. One hit plunge. Don't plunge. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think I've heard this track. Just not tied to this this world quest. Okay, I'm gonna say that's 3 hits and then a plunge. Nice. Or at least I've heard that drum section in a part of a track. Not sure if the mic can pick that up. I try to do snore sound. Ah, Barsoom's familiar has answered our call.
She must be Rashnu. Don't you think she seems kinda tired, though? Looks like we might need to help her out somehow.
This is Rashnu indeed, but perhaps we could have a nice meal.
That's right. Grub, meat, veggies, sweet, salty. Ooh, what should we get? Actually, hang on. Do Pari enjoy human food at all?
Perhaps a repeat performance might do.
So noisy, so sleepy. Paimon kinda thought this might go differently. You know, like a moving reunion after many years. Not gonna happen.
You are Sorush. I recognize you. That's right. This is my Yasnapati, traveler, and his companion Paimon, and that is the Nash Surya of the Order of Skeptics.
The skeptics, Yasnapati. Ah, I do not wish to know about these human affairs. Humans and their drums are so noisy. I threw them into different places so I could sleep in peace.
Oh, the scent of lies. Wait, so this was all a misunderstanding?
Well, that's one huge misunderstanding, wouldn't you say? Even Paimon doesn't do that.
Oh, but our documents recorded this so very clearly. Nor did Lady Sorush say anything against this.
You must have slumbered too long here, Rashnu, muddling your memory of these affairs. Surely the scattering of the Koribantes was meant to select those who might clear the trials, with those who could not solve such a small problem proving unfit to call themselves Yasnapati. For how, then, would they aid me in my great work of extinguishing the sign of Apaosha?
Sorry, fucked up at the end there.
The sign. I'm so tired, but this is not the time for sleep.
Yes, you see, Traveler truly deserves the title of Yasnapati. He has helped me immensely, but his help alone is not enough. Rashnu, I need yours as well.
Hey, character development, admitting she needs help.
I kid. It was your Vanu.
She too approves of me, of course. All right, Rashnu, will you come with me to the Vorokasha Oasis?
Ah, well, it is not impossible.
Barsoom's familiar. Please wait. I've many queries regarding the skeptics' traditions.
Human business. Later, perhaps. We can talk later. Perhaps after I sleep for a bit. Maybe then.
Poor guy. Oh man, I do feel for him a little bit. And they're just like, fuck you humans. We're going off doing our own shit.
Now, Surya, do you not have other things to attend to? We can save your business with Rashnu for another day.
Yes, I will return to camp to accomplish
that which I should.
You know, Paimon kind of feels bad for Nazjuna right now.
But I'm afraid this isn't something we can butt into.
Yeah, Nazjuna and Sarush have known each other for a long time. They can settle this stuff between them, can't they? Whatever the case, if you'll come with us to the Vorokasha Oasis, Rashnu, Sarush will be one step closer to getting the chaplet. Together, now...
We'll meet there again later. Let's go together.
Going together with humans. Yeah. Alright.
Sleepy guy. Sorry, sleepy girl. As the Khvarena's light shows, go to Zhurvan to obtain the twin-horned chaplet. You'll be able to go around collecting the great songs of Khvarena. Okay, she's there. Is there no optional, like, talking to? Let me check. Do you return? I mean, I'm gonna track the next one then. Okay. Oh, some of these definitely look a bit longer. Let's start this one and then I'll end off stream, I think. Like I said, then we'll do a part 2 tomorrow. The next step just looks like, well, the next few actually look like they're going to be pretty long. As in, I could see it being like another 3-hour stream to do the next, like, half of it. Oh yeah, I forgot that, yeah, the grass lights up bioluminescent grass, which is very cool. But again, we'll at least get started so we'll know what our goal is for next time.
Well, now, if it isn't Sarushin or Yasnapati, you sure did come back quickly. While this might sound rude, you've exceeded my expectations. Whether it be foolish me here or ignorant Rashnu, I have personally saved them and brought them back to our Sea of Flowers. You will see me in a different light now, I trust, Elder.
Paimon thinks it's more accurate to say that we saved them together. Traveler put in tons of work too.
You speak too much. I was planning to elevate you too, to the position of my Yasnapati, but if you will be so petty, pale floater, it seems I must reconsider my decision.
Well, actually, never mind. Who wants to be your Yasnapati anyway?
Now, may seem strange to say so, but I believe myself and my Yasnapati to be of the same root and stem, indivisible. And just as the heroes of legend should have many helpers, my Yasnapati's works shall also count for my glory. It also goes without saying that a Pari who shall do such a supreme deed as I will not peddle in the foolishness that is stealing another's credit. Therefore, Yasnapati mine, feel free to add your deeds to the hymn, for thus shall my great deed seem all the greater for it.
By your leave, your grace. We're taking this a bit far, I think.
Oh, stop it with the silly roleplay already. That's right, we're quite used to you talking like this, Sarush, but Zhurvan's right over there, looking at us like we're a bunch of idiots.
Then let us not speak of things unrelated, just as we agreed before, Elder. You can give me the twin-horn chaplet now, yes? Well, we did, but I can't give you the chaplet. Wait, are you going back on your word? Now, the chaplet is a symbol of Khvarena's recognition. How could it be given away based on private whims? Amidst the countless motes of Khvarena, created by the transformed divine bird, Only we Pari have been blessed with intelligence. It is thus that we are able to communicate with the remaining consciousness within the mother tree and guide the power of Khvarena. But not all Pari may possess such authority. Only the Bloom Guards, those who prove worthy successors to the divine bird's aspirations and have the courage to see that wish through, may gain the chaplet, the crown that contains wisdom. Come then, pray along with me to the invincible Khvarena. If you have been acknowledged, then our God will grant you the chaplet herself.
Then Gervan recites the words of an ancient hymn, and Soroush joins her. It is as if 1,000 birds sing out at once, and as if 100 flowers respond. Cool. Bloomguard Soroush. Yeah, cool. Got a helmet there. New Soroush. A party born in Vurokash Oasis. Soroush is a Bloom Guard, acknowledged by the Khvarena. Formed a connection with one whom she trusts. Soroush now traverses the land, blessed by Khvarena, alongside her Yasnapati. There we go. I know Soroush. Got a new look.
Oh, so the chaplet just grows out of your head?
Well, this didn't go as we thought, but guess you've got your twin horn chaplet now, or
Well, this didn't go as we thought, but guess you've got your twin horn chaplet now, Soroush.
you look much more reliable than before. Aha, of course, I am the destined Bloom Guard after all. Now I need only offer myself as a sacrifice to extinguish the sign of Aposha.
There you go, ruining our impression of you right away. But since you've got the chaplet, Soroush, now we can go find that great song of Khvarena thing, right? Paimon remembers nice Juna saying that we'll need to collect enough of those great songs if we want to perform that rite of his, and then we can pass through the darkness. But who knows if his words can be relied on or not.
There's the rite of Chinvat. Now, is this Naz Juna you speak of from the Order of Skeptics? To think that any human remembers that rite, I thought that it had been lost. I did once travel alongside human heroes across the darkness, through the rite and cleanse the impurities tainting the mother tree.
Hey, looks like he wasn't mistaken then.
But when that happened, I was the one who personally used the Khvarena to repair the seal that held the darkness at bay. Later, I was the one who fused the strongest Khvarena collected there into 5 great songs, which I used to purify the land. The skeptics should not have knowledge of the great song's existence. They relied merely on their traditional records.
Maybe Juna's just that interested in researching documents. Maybe there are some documents he found elsewhere that you don't know about, Gervan.
Maybe from the Fatui. Colluded with the Fatui. Maybe not, we'll see.
That would make him all the more suspicious. As I understand it, there are indeed others who would be interested in the great songs. All the same, with you there, I believe such small matters shouldn't be no obstacle. In any case, Soroush has only just obtained the chaplet, cannot collect enough Khvarena. If we wish to conduct the rite of Chinvat now, we will need the power of the great songs. At that time, after I first scattered the monsters that had invaded our sea of flowers, the great songs were scattered across the land. Only one was hidden by me within the waters of the Sunyata Lake here, kept away for a future time of need. Now that Soroush has obtained the authority to touch the great songs, you can first go to obtain this one. As for the rest, you shall have to seek them out yourself. Safeguard them well. Do not let them fall into the hands of suspicious people. I would also ask you to take care of Soroush for me. Though she may have obtained the acknowledgement of Khvarena, I fear that wisdom and intelligence have never been prerequisites for becoming a Bloom Guard.
Yeah, no problem. We'll take care of Soroush. It'll be all good.
I leave it to you to help Soroush out.
About the sign of Apoosha. The appearance of the sign of Apoosha is a result of the constant buildup of defilement. Last time such an occurrence was centuries ago, along with some human wars about eradicating it. I think we got that line before. Let's see if there's anything new. Sorry. I think we heard all that. Let's see if there's a new line for Sarouche. Okay, this is all the same then. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, let's leave that off there for the moment. I thought I was a fool. I was a fool, chat, to honestly think this would be a 2 to 3 hour stream. No, it would be 2 to 3 hours if I skipped like 90% of the lines of dialogue. But maybe we don't do that around here, or I try my best not to do stuff like that. But yeah, so far enjoyable. Getting a little bit of character progression with Sarouche, and yeah, getting back into it, being back in Sumeru, and it's like, yeah, it's so cool. It's such a beautiful landscape. It's great to be back and listening to the music and everything else. But yeah, like I said, I think we're about halfway done. So I think I want to do a stream tomorrow, probably about 3 hours to finish up the other half. And hope to see you guys there. But feel free to leave your thoughts on the quest so far. No spoilers down below. But yeah, can't wait to finish this up. And we're slowly making our way through these world quests, these major world quests, guys. We'll get there. Though I do know Narcissan Cruise is a very big one. And by very big, I think that's probably like a 10-hour one. Similar with Fontaine Research. Chenyu's I'm not sure about. And then, of course, I know with Nalan, the little guy, it's going to take a little while. So, we still have a ton to catch up on, but I'm glad I'm getting to it. And, just chilling, enjoying my time. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like, dislike if you want. Like I said, feel free to leave your thoughts about quests so far. No spoilers down below. And if you guys want to see more Hoyo or variety content in the future, subscribe, and please. And yeah, leave it off there. Hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. Love you all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. See ya. There we go. You know, definitely was fun. I didn't realize that, yeah, the 20 minutes would turn into like an hour. It was acting heavy at the beginning that I think I just, well, also, to be fair, I talked with friends quite a bit last night since we met up for the first time IRL in a bit. Went to have dinner together. It was quite fun. But yeah, gonna wrap up this fun little quest tomorrow night. And like I said, the rest of the stream schedule for the week should be a Genshin stream for the Tribal Chronicles for Veresa. This week or next week, either one's fine for me. Maybe one of the Zenless events, and then maybe 1 or 2 for Impact-Khvarena events. I'll have to check how much story they have, if it's enough for me to go like, yeah, I'll stream it or not. We'll see. Again, thank you guys so much. Love y'all. Bye-bye.